Rain lashed against the window pane, each drop a tiny hammer against my resolve. For years, I'd been running a race with no finish line. Every project I started, every dream I chased, ended the same way, in a pile of dust and disappointment. I was the kid who always came in last, the student whose best effort was never quite enough, the adult who watched others soar while I was stuck on the ground. A voice, cold and familiar, whispered in my ear, "You are a failure. It's time to stop trying." And for the first time, I was ready to listen. I stared at the rejection email on my screen, the latest in a long, unbroken chain. The words blurred, but the message was clear. Not this time, not ever. My shoulders slumped, the weight of every past defeat pressing down on me. I felt hollow, a ghost haunting the ruins of my own ambitions. What was the point of getting up again when I knew I would just fall? Maybe this was my destiny, to be a cautionary tale, a lesson in what not to do. The thought of quitting felt like a relief, a sweet surrender. I could just stop. Stop fighting, stop hoping, stop caring. I closed my laptop and walked to the window, watching the storm rage outside. It mirrored the tempest in my soul. Tired, I was so incredibly tired. I closed my eyes, ready to let go, to finally accept the label the world had given me. But in that darkness, a different sound emerged. Not the rain, not the voice of doubt, but a faint, rhythmic beat. My own heart, steady, persistent. It hadn't given up. It was still fighting for me, even when I wasn't. A flicker of warmth sparked in my chest. What if success wasn't about winning the race? What if it was about having the courage to keep running, even when you're last? A single tear traced a path down my cheek, but it wasn't a tear of sadness. It was a tear of defiance. I remembered all the times I'd fallen and gotten back up. Not because I thought I would win, but because something inside me refused to stay down. That resilience, that stubborn spark, that was my victory. It had been there all along. I wasn't a failure for trying and not succeeding. I was a warrior for trying at all. The storm outside began to calm, and as the first rays of dawn broke through the clouds, I felt a new light ignite within me. My goal shifted. It was no longer about a specific outcome, a trophy, or applause. It was about honoring that inner strength. I started a small online group, a community for people who, like me, felt lost and overlooked. I shared my story, my struggles, my tiny, hard-won battles. I didn't have a grand business plan or a strategy for success. I just spoke from the heart, offering the encouragement I had so desperately needed, and something incredible happened. People responded. Hundreds, then thousands, joined, sharing their own stories of resilience. Today, that community is my life's work. I didn't become a famous CEO or a celebrated artist. I became something more. A beacon for the bruised but not broken. My purpose wasn't to reach a finish line, but to build a haven for those still on the journey. I found my success not in winning, but in helping others find the strength to keep going. I learned that true victory isn't about never falling. It's about rising, every single time, with a heart full of hope and a renewed belief in the fight. If you're out there feeling like it's time to give up, remember this story. Your strength isn't measured by your wins, but by your will to continue. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that inspire.